Neighbors in Taft believe the city is violating their privacy after exposed their personal information on a public platform. We have new details from 6 Investigates coming up. Plus, victims of the Sinton wildfires are putting their lives back together. We'll have a look inside the temporary housing in our neighborhoods. That's ahead on Chris 6 Sunrise. And now we're going to take a live look from our SPID Skycam. 6 o'clock right now, looking pretty good with traffic flowing along over there. Of course, we will check in with meteorologist Stephanie Lauber with a look at your forecast and a detailed look at your roadways. Your Chris 6 Sunrise starts now. Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to Chris 6 News Sunrise. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Michelle Hoffman. Brian Hoffman is off today, but we do have meteorologist Stephanie Lauber here with us this morning to give us a look at the roadways. Good morning.
Hey there. Good morning, Michelle. We are cruising through this Tuesday with some pros and some cons in what the weather is doing for that ride up and out the door. It's been pretty quiet aside for the wind. So the shaky is going to be an impact for the commute on the way out the door and for the way home. So you'll notice the breeze heading for the morning commute, but we are really going to shake things up for the afternoon. I think you're going to be playing tug of war on the ride home because of the winds that we're expecting today, but we'll talk more about that coming up in the forecast. Just giving you a little heads up before you head out the door. As far as the visibility goes, we're looking pretty good. Perfect 10s across the board. No concerns for fog or haze as you head out on those roadways. So that's already a pretty good start for the ride. How about those drive times, though? We really haven't seen much for delays when it comes to traffic either. Looking at the ride times around the coastal bend, these are pretty typical for this time of the morning. So for those of you who are going to be heading into downtown from the island, that ride for you looks to take about 23 minutes. Coming into downtown from Portland along 181 and over the Harbor Bridge, that'll be an 11-minute ride for you. And for our neighbors coming into downtown Corpus Christi from Calallen, that ride across 37 is going to be a 15-minute ride for you. So as you head out this morning, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. That's a look at your traffic report. We'll dive into your weather on the 6s in about 4 minutes.
Sounds good, Steph. Thank you so much. So today, President Trump is expected to speak to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Our Scripps News Group Deputy Political Director Joe St. George joins us live now to show us what's on the table for their conversation. Good morning, Joe. So we also want to know if a ceasefire with Ukraine could emerge soon.
Well, the word ceasefire is really the word of the day when it comes to international news, really in multiple regions of the world. We'll start in Eastern Europe, where the world will be watching to see if Russia and Ukraine today or in the near future agree to some sort of pause in fighting. Remember, just a few days ago, Ukraine accepted a 30-day ceasefire. President Putin hasn't outright dismissed that. This call between President Trump and President Putin later this morning wouldn't be happening if that was the case. But the president of Russia also has some questions and some clarifications. President Trump posting on social media overnight that many elements of a final agreement have already been agreed to, but obviously there's more work to do. Over the weekend, President Trump mentioned power plants will be part of the conversation, territory, land. Remember, what are borders going to look like between Russia and Ukraine going forward? And does that satisfy Ukraine? Does that satisfy Russia? Remember, President Putin doesn't want Ukraine to join NATO. Where does that stand? That's one of the many looming questions in all of this. Obviously, this has been a bloody conflict. Tens of thousands killed on both sides in the more than 3 years of fighting. So a 30-day pause, a 30-day ceasefire would be extremely significant and a big victory for President Trump if he's able to accomplish this, because he campaigned on ending the war between Russia and Ukraine, and to get a ceasefire within the first 100 days would be a big political victory. I mentioned the word ceasefire is really the word of the day in multiple regions of the world. There's hope for one between Ukraine and Russia. We've also seen overnight, as we've been reporting, the end of a ceasefire in the Middle East between Israel and Gaza. The latest numbers from the Associated Press, more than 400 people killed in Gaza overnight, hundreds more injured as airstrikes resumed. The world had been enjoying a pause in fighting there since January, but the fighting has returned. The National Security Council for President Trump releasing this statement overnight, in part reading, Hamas could have released hostages to extend the ceasefire, but instead chose refusal and war. We'll see if President Putin and President Trump, two of the most influential figures in the entire planet, if the conversation shifts from Russia and Ukraine at all to Israel and Gaza. We'll get a readout of the conversation between the two world leaders after the call, which again is set to take place just a couple hours from now.
Well, thank you so much for following this, Joe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. We are tracking some warmer temperatures across the coastal bend. Windy conditions today. Yep, the term disrespectful winds, you'll see why I call it that this afternoon as those wind gusts exceed tropical storm strength. And of course, we're tracking the latest fire danger risk, which is on the up and up through the middle of this week. But there's some relief on the way. I know a lot of us are tired of having to be extra careful outside, but all that is going to pay off with our next best chance of rain not far away. We got a lot to talk about in the forecast. So temperatures as you head up and out the door this morning, warmer in the 60s for a lot of neighborhoods. A couple of the cool spots include Beeville at 58 degrees, 56 for our neighbors waking up in Alice, and 57 degrees in Falfurrias so far. Don't forget Freer, just shy of that 60-degree mark. And along the coast, man, the Gulf and the intercoastal waters definitely keep our coastal neighbors a little extra warm in the morning, and that is the case, nearly 70 degrees out this way. So we're already warmer, but we're going to top out about as warm as we were yesterday during the afternoon hours. We have a little bit more moisture in the air around us because of these persistent southeast winds. Those are going to be very strong today. If you thought yesterday was breezy, today we're taking that up a notch to rather windy. We'll have sustained winds around 25 to 30 miles per hour during the afternoon, which that means the gusts are going to be higher. All that with uninterrupted sunshine brings us to a high of 84 degrees here in Corpus Christi. So wind gusts, yeah, for the ride home, that's when we're targeting the worst of it. And so that'll be tug of war with your steering wheel over bridges and overpasses as we see gusts around 45 miles per hour through the dinner time hours, and a pretty breezy evening too. So wind, dry air, and very dry vegetation. For that reason, we have a red flag or fire weather warning in effect for today. Begins at noon, goes until 8 o'clock tonight, but our fire danger concern is going to be even higher heading into tomorrow. Today, we're a 4 out of 5 on this scale, very high fire danger. Tomorrow, we're taking that up to extreme fire danger shown here in this bright red. So I'm going to talk to you about when we can finally start seeing some of this relief, because many of you have been writing in, when do we finally see the end of this? Well, it's going to come this weekend as we see our next best chance of rain coming back to the forecast. I'll show you what that looks like coming up in your 7-day forecast in about 10 minutes.
Stephanie, thank you so much. We always inform you with what's happening today in your neighborhood, but what about the rest of the country? We'll show you how today's Federal Reserve meeting could impact you, plus how many files on JFK's assassination are being released today. Welcome back, folks. Neighbors in Taft were shocked to discover their personal details posted on the city's website without any redactions. 6 Investigates was contacted by multiple neighbors saying the city council agenda for today's meeting contained reports which included social security numbers and driver's license numbers for several people, all of it out in the open for anyone to see. Chris Hicks had to contact several council members in order to get the agenda packet removed. We will continue to update you as more information becomes available on our website at christv.com, and you can expect neighborhood news reporter Adam Beam's coverage of today's council meeting as well. Now, the medical examiner's office has identified Derek Reyes as the 18-year-old who was shot and killed at the Misty Winds mobile homes on Ayers. The shooting claimed his life Friday morning. A 15-year-old was arrested and charged with his murder and aggravated assault. Police say the victim and the shooter knew each other, but the motive is unknown. In Port Aransas, a man is dead after a golf cart accident in a gated neighborhood. The 52-year-old was found on Saturday morning by neighbors in the Port Aransas Marina neighborhood. He was from Houston. Neighborhood news reporter Aaron Hawley talked to local law enforcement about the fatal accident.
So of 2025, this is the first vehicular fatality involving a golf cart that I'm aware of. Well, we also have a ton more people than we usually have throughout the year until we get to Memorial Day in summertime. So it's kind of within that context. Yeah, there's a spike, but we have a ton more people here.
The cause of the accident is unknown. The Port Aransas Police Department reminds neighbors that golf carts are motor vehicles and drivers must follow all rules of the road. Heading to your national news now, the Federal Reserve will kick off a two-day meeting today to discuss the state of the economy. A major topic for discussion will be the economic impacts of the Trump administration's tariffs and the potential for a recession due to the ongoing trade war. At the end of Wednesday's meeting, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will announce an interest rate decision. Most financial experts do not expect to see the Federal Reserve slash interest rates this month, though. President Trump plans to release the unredacted files associated with John F. Kennedy's assassination today. In February, the FBI said it had discovered about 2,400 new records related to the 1963 JFK assassination from a new record search following an executive order from Trump. Trump says all the documents will be released, amounting to around 80,000 pages.
Hey there, happy Tuesday to you. Waking up to warmer conditions, but it's very breezy out there, and that will play a very big role in the forecast as it goes through today and even into tomorrow, related to our fire danger risk and the temperatures that we will be experiencing across the coastal bend this afternoon. So let's hop right into it. Here's what's going on in your neighborhood as you wake up. Temperatures on the 60s for the most part. A few cooler spots for inland neighbors like those of you waking up in Beeville at 58 degrees, 57 down in Falfurrias, 60 degrees in San Diego, though. And we get even warmer as we get closer to the water, upper 60s. 68 seems to be the magic number for our neighbors in Rockport, Ingleside, and Port Aransas. So if this is where we're starting, you can expect it to be nearly as warm as we were yesterday. The one change, we are going to be introducing some very strong wind into the forecast, what I like to call disrespectful winds, and you'll see why as we go through this afternoon. Going to be impactful because of those wind speeds. If you can imagine, by lunchtime, already going to see those sustained winds around 25 miles per hour. That's not accounting for the gusts. The gusts will be even higher at that point. It's not going to stop us from getting to around 80 degrees by lunchtime. We'll have lots of sunshine, and this is, again, a south wind, so that brings in warmth from that direction. But look at what happens throughout the afternoon. The ride home is definitely going to be a tense one as we see those sustained winds around 30 miles per hour. At that time, gusts will already be up in the 45 mile per hour range. So that's where you're kind of having to fight the steering wheel a little bit with those wind gusts. So you'll want to reduce your speed. Be careful heading over bridges and overpasses for the ride home, as those gusts are going to be most problematic during that time frame. But even tonight, things that go bump in the night will be making lots of noise. Wind gusts still around 35 miles per hour heading into that overnight time frame. So strong winds, dry air, dry vegetation. That's the trio that gives us these alerts. Fire weather alerts. Today, that's a red flag warning or fire weather warning. Begins at noon, goes until 8 o'clock tonight for everybody here in pink. So that's nearly all the coastal bend. And the reason why, we are going to be seeing that humidity being pretty low today, but Muggy Meter shows there's even less of it going into Wednesday because there will be a cold front moving through tomorrow across the coastal bend. We don't see a rebound in that moisture until the weekend. So our fire danger risk, if you were fatigued already, it's going to be looking better this weekend and could even bring us our next best chance of rain. But until then, we're focused on avoiding any activities that could set off a fire. Today's fire danger, 4 out of 5 on that scale. Tomorrow, 5 out of 5. So we need to be extra careful. But we'll be tracking what happens before, during, and after this cold front and those rain chances. We'll talk about it in your 7-day forecast ahead.
The Garden Inn is a temporary home and a safe haven for families who lost everything in the Sinton fires. I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama, with a look inside and a check-in with the neighbors who are settling in.
Yeah, my mom I got this from Book Fair.
9-year-old Yvonne Moore is starting over, filling her room with all the things she loves.
There's a lot of art in here. My pickles. I just got them yesterday and they're already half eaten.
I was here a week ago as the entire family made plans to move in.
It's going to be me and my daughter. It's going to be Donnie, which is her dad. And then it's going to be my dad. And then it's going to be my son.
As I previously reported, Mrs. Sheffield, Melissa's mom, was badly hurt in the fire. After a long stay in the hospital, she was released.
Yeah, they told me I had third-degree burns on my arms. and I did a skin graft on my leg.
Burns on her arms, her legs, her back, and her face.
I don't want another fire like that again.
Sheffield says she's focused on healing her physical and emotional wounds.
I didn't expect that to happen at all. Just boom, gone.
Despite the uncertainty, Sheffield feels better being surrounded by family.
But I don't know how long we stay here. I don't know. It depends.
Other temporary residents will be moving into the Garden Inn. I'm told some plan to stay up to 3 months. In Sinton, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Victoria Valderrama for Chris 6 News.
Hey there, good morning. We're taking in this shaky view from the First Community Bank camera. This one sits atop the USS Lexington, so it's always easier for us to show you how windy it is from this point of view. But yeah, travels along the Harbor Bridge, JFK Causeway, other bridges and overpasses is going to be a bit tricky today because of the winds. And that's not only this morning, that's heading into this evening for the ride home too. So keep that in mind. But as you're heading up and out the door, it doesn't look like we have any trouble out on the roadways here. So we'll check on those drive times now across the coastal bend, those typical commutes. Yeah, they're looking pretty smooth today. If you're heading into downtown Corpus Christi from the island, that ride time will be about 23 minutes for you with an average speed of 57 miles per hour. The ride along 181 and over the Harbor Bridge, as you saw there, pretty typical, just over 10 minutes to get you on into town. And for our neighbors coming to Corpus Christi from Calallen, coming down 37 will also be a smooth ride with drive times to be about 15 minutes. So as you head out this morning, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. That's a look at your traffic report. I'll have another check on your forecast coming up.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Hey there, good morning to you. We're getting a beautiful view over downtown Corpus Christi, the sparkling city by the sea. Looking pretty nice this morning. Coming to you from the Whataburger Skycam. I like to call it the Whata Skycam. It's looking to be a pretty smooth route. You might notice a little more glowing in those city lights this morning. There's a slight addition of humidity, moisture in the air around us. It's not a whole lot, but it does help a little bit. Unfortunately, when we're talking about that perfect combo, the trio that gives us fire weather, that relative humidity, wind, and dry grass trio, yeah, we're starting to see more humidity, but even more wind today. So that is going to give us that continued concern for fire danger. And heading into tomorrow, we're really turning up the concern because we're going to be at the top of the scale, a 5 out of 5 extreme for that fire danger risk. And a lot of you have been asking us, when does this finally end? Well, I think I found our next best chance of rain, which is certainly going to help. So we'll talk about how this transition will go through the rest of the week coming up. But to start, we've got to get you up and out the door. Here's how temperatures are faring in your neck of the woods. Across our neighborhoods, we are warmer today, starting off in the 60s. So you may not even need that sweater to head out the door. You won't need it this afternoon, but the hair tie, yeah, my long-haired friends, you will want that today because it is definitely going to be a windy one if you didn't think it was windy already. We're talking 60s. We'll get to the 80s today, but how are things looking in your neighborhood? Thanks to the Chris 6 Neighborhood Weather Network, we can check in on Tempest weather stations across Flower Bluff. So this morning, we're looking at 67 off Tahiti Drive and at our Shell weather station, 67 off Graham Road. And it's already warm, but it's also a pretty windy start out there. We've clocked peak winds so far this morning at 10 miles per hour for Tahiti Drive, 14 from Shell weather, and 16 off Graham Road, 17 off Laguna Shores Road. So already a pretty breezy start to the morning. We'll start looking at those gusts getting to the 30s, 40s as we go into this afternoon and evening, so a very windy day ahead of us. Nonetheless, we're still going to make it to the 80s today. In Corpus Christi, I think we top out at about 84 degrees, so pretty close to yesterday, but those sustained winds will be near 30 miles per hour as we go through the afternoon, meaning those gusts are going to be very strong. What I like to call disrespectful winds because they're impactful. They blow things around your yard. Today is my trash day, so if it's yours too, definitely keep an eye as soon as they come to collect it. Bring those bins back in because throughout today, our wind gusts will likely top out close to 50 miles per hour, so well into tropical storm strength. And even during the overnight, it is going to be a breezy one too. Unfortunately, strong winds, that's not what we want when it comes to that fire danger risk. We're looking at a red flag warning that begins at noon and goes until 8 o'clock tonight for all the coastal bend because our fire danger risk is going to be very high today. That's a 4 out of 5 on that scale. Tomorrow, we take that up a notch, topping the scale. Extreme fire danger, that is a 5 out of 5. So we need to be careful keep doing what you can to prevent wildfires out there. I know it's been hard. We haven't had rain, so everything is dry and crunchy out there, all the grass and plants, and that makes for fuel for any fires. We haven't had any rain during the month of March, but I think I might have found our next best chance. That looks to come over the weekend. It's not a huge, a deluge of water, but it looks like on Sunday we could see some isolated showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. So all that gives us a little hope in the 7-day forecast. Until then, we're monitoring critical fire risk.
All right, Steph, thank you so much. From trying to resolve drought issues to turning your lights out for migratory birds. We'll show you how changes could affect you and your neighborhood from today's City Council meeting.
Insurance scams in Kingsville? I'm Tyree Spoon, your neighborhood news reporter, looking into a case of a neighbor who was scammed and what Kingsville police are telling other neighbors.
Welcome back, folks. After multiple listening sessions, the city is expected to vote on changes to the drought contingency plan at today's City Council meeting. Now, some of the proposed changes include the addition of a water shortage watch that would call for voluntary water conservation by watering just once a week. The plan would also alter Stage 2 and Stage 3 to allow for vehicle washing on your designated watering day. Another proposed change is to tweak landscape watering restrictions, and this would allow watering with a handheld hose on any day. The revision renames Stage 4 to Water Emergency. The changes also call for new trigger points for a water emergency, and this would be the first time the drought contingency plan has been updated since 2018. And a big change could be coming to a couple of heavily traveled Corpus Christi roadways. Today, City Council will vote on an ordinance to change the speed limit on Ennis-Jocelyn Road from Ocean Drive to SPID. Right now, there are 3 different speed limits on that road, 35, 40, and 45 miles per hour. If approved, the ordinance would set the limit at 35 for all of Ennis-Jocelyn, and that same ordinance would also change the speed limit on Weber Road from Oso Creek Bridge to Saratoga. The speed limit on that part of Weber would go from 45 to 40 miles an hour. The proposed changes are a result of a speed study done by TxDOT. Mayor Paulette Guajardo will announce a proclamation called Lights Out Corpus Christi at the start of today's City Council meeting. Now, Lights Out is a campaign of education, awareness, and action that focuses on protecting the billions of migratory birds traveling through Texas. Corpus Christi is joining other Texas cities with Lights Out programs. The initiative is asking businesses, neighbors, and governments to turn off non-essential lights during peak bird migration periods, and that would be from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. And by doing so, Corpus Christi will be helping to curb the loss of over 3 billion birds in North America since 1970.
I'm Tyree Spoon, your Kingsville neighborhood news reporter. The Kingsville Police Department is investigating a possible scam involving someone pretending to be an insurance agent. I spoke with the police about this and asked what advice they're giving to neighbors.
On Saturday, the Kingsville Police Department made a post on Facebook about a woman who's claiming to be an insurance agent. This is video of the suspect. The post says the woman is scamming the elderly by claiming to represent a life insurance company and taking cash payments at their homes. I spoke with the Kingsville Police Department and learned this has happened to 6 elderly neighbors.
We have several cases right now that are active, and we also believe there's several more victims that possibly are going to come forth within the next week or so.
Police warned elderly neighbors to be aware of this scam. Investigators say they will issue an arrest warrant once the suspect is identified.
If you believe you or someone you know might have been scammed, contact the Kingsville Police Department. In Kingsville, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tyree Spoon, Chris 6 News.
All right, getting ready to head up and out the door. This is the view from our CCAC camera out at Snoopy's. A few cars heading up and over the JFK Causeway. That is going to be a breezy commute later this evening. We'll talk about it coming up in your forecast. But so far this morning, no delays. We'll head there for the start of our traffic check. Coming down 361 across Park Road 22 and the JFK Causeway. Looks like a smooth ride into the Bluff, where we have no delays heading to NAS Corpus Christi or anywhere else across the Bluff. We're looking good, as is the rest of Corpus Christi proper. So as you head out this morning, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. That's a look at your traffic report. Your forecast is ahead.
The Nueces River Authority is already locking in water contracts before the Harbor Island desal plant is even built. I'm Senior Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens. What could that mean for the future of the region's water supply? Coming up.
I'm Michaela Chavez, your neighborhood news reporter on the South Side. The ingredients to a perfect spring break are sand, surf, and sun. Now, we've had plenty of the first two, but in the past, we've had a little trouble with the sun. And it's not just spring breakers who are hoping for a bit more of that third ingredient.
Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
Hey KRS and Sunrise team, my name is Jason Juronic, international artist in the Flower Bluff area, and I'd like to wish all my neighbors in the Coastal Bend area out there a great morning and a great day.
Hey, we hope you have a great day too, Jason, over in Flower Bluff. Of course, folks, if you want to send us your shout out video, you can scan the QR code on the screen or head to our website, christv.com.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Now we are starting your 20 minutes of nonstop news with our live look at our Whataburger Skycam. Traffic is flowing pretty good this morning. 6:39 right now, 64 degrees outside. And of course, we will check in with meteorologist Stephanie Lauber in just a bit. But first, we have news from your neighborhood.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm. Battling for justice, winning for the community.
Our passions can give us a sense of purpose and identity. But what happens when life takes it away? Well, some may find a new motivation, like Army veteran Daniel Mesa. I spoke with him about his passion for riding. Before his health declined, he was a motorcycle enthusiast and even had his own motorcycle club.
I used to watch a lot of Hell's Angel movies back in the day, you know, where they would come out on TV all the time, and I would see all those motorcycles, and I said, man, when I grow up, I'm going to buy me a motorcycle and have my own club, you know.
Now, recently, because Mesa couldn't ride anymore, he sold his motorcycle collection and used that money to honor veterans. Join us tonight at 6 for this week's Veterans in Focus, and I'll show you around the memorial he created for those who served and I'll also tell you how you can see it for yourself.
I'm Senior Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens. The Nueces River Authority is locking in contracts for the Harbor Island desal plant before it's even built. The move raising questions. At Monday's meeting, the Nueces River Authority ratified key items to move forward with the Harbor Island desal plant, despite not yet having a signed deal with the Port of Corpus Christi. That includes establishing rates for water contracts that they've already started selling to communities. The NRA has budgeted $4.2 million for those contracts, saying many communities are desperate to secure more water.
People up into the region, up towards up 37, they're really thirsty, you know, and they're scared. Their water wells are dropping.
The contracts require a non-refundable reservation fee, but Byram says no funds will be collected until a lease agreement with the port is finalized. The board also ratified an agreement to pay an advisory group nearly $1 million, money that will come from those same water contracts. Some neighbors believe that's a risky financial move.
I think it is bad for the customers, the people they're trying to collect money from, when there is no guarantee of any project, much less is there a guarantee of a delivery date.
In response to questions raised about the project, board member Karen Knoll emphasized the importance of transparency as they move forward.
I believe in transparency. I believe the port in transparency, and I believe our intentions are good. I just think we need to be transparent about how we do it.
The Nueces River Authority says the lease agreement with the Port of Corpus Christi for the Harbor Island desal plant will happen, adding failure is not an option. The region needs this water, and it needs it now. I'm Senior Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens, Chris 6 News.
All right, getting another check on the roadways here with the view along SPID. Looks like a lot of busy bees up and at them already. 6:42 your time right now. So traffic is moving smoothly, but there is a lot of traffic on the roadways here for SPID. So get out there soon if you're heading this way. We'll start with our more inland neighbors now. commutes along 77 through Clayburgh and Nueces County, as well as that ride along 281 through Jim Wells County. Looking like an easy one so far. Heading along Highway 59 through Live Oak and B counties. No problems to report for you right now. The ride along 77 from Odom up through Refugio is looking pretty good as well, and closer to home. If you're heading along 181 through San Patricio County and over the bays into downtown Corpus Christi, you won't find any trouble there except for that wind, that little tug of war on the steering wheel. That's a look at the traffic report this morning. As you head out, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. More on your forecast is ahead.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
Now, here are your 6 things. Neighbors in Taft were shocked to discover their personal details posted on the city's website without any redactions. 6 Investigates was contacted by multiple neighbors saying the city council agenda for today's meeting contained reports which included social security numbers and driver's license numbers for several people, all of it out in the open for anyone to see. Chris 6 had to contact several council members in order to get the agenda packet removed. And of course, folks, we will continue to update you as more information becomes available on our website, christv.com, and you can expect neighborhood news reporter Adam Beam's coverage of today's council meeting as well. After multiple listening sessions, the city is expected to vote on changes to the drought contingency plan at today's city council meeting. Now, some of the proposed changes include the addition of a water shortage watch that would call for voluntary water conservation by watering just once a week. The plan would also alter stage 2 and stage 3 to allow for vehicle washing on your designated watering day. Another proposed change is to tweak landscape watering restrictions, and this would allow watering with a handheld hose on any day. The revision renames Stage 4 to Water Emergency. The changes also call for new trigger points for a water emergency, and this would be the first time the drought contingency plan has been updated since 2018 if approved. And a big change could be coming to a couple of heavily traveled Corpus Christi roads. Today, City Council will vote on an ordinance to change the speed limit on Ennis-Jocelyn Road from Ocean Drive to SPID. Right now, there are 3 different speed limits on that road, 35, 40, and 45 miles per hour. And if approved, the ordinance would set the limit at 35 for all of Ennis-Jocelyn. And that same ordinance would also change the speed limit on Weber Road from Oso Creek Bridge to Saratoga. The speed limit on that part of Weber would go from 45 to 40 miles an hour. The proposed changes are the result of a speed study done by TxDOT. The Federal Reserve will kick off a 2-day meeting today to discuss the state of the economy. A major topic for discussion will be the economic impacts of the Trump administration's tariffs and the potential for a recession due to the ongoing trade war. At the end of Wednesday's meeting, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will announce an interest rate decision. Most financial experts do not expect to see the Federal Reserve slash interest rates this month, though. Now, President Trump plans to release the unredacted files associated with John F. Kennedy's assassination today. In February, the FBI said it had discovered about 2,400 new records related to the 1963 JFK assassination from a new record search following an executive order from Trump. Trump says all the documents will be released, amounting to around 80,000 pages. So Mayor Paulette Guajardo will announce a proclamation called Lights Out Corpus Christi at the start of today's City Council meeting. Lights Out is a campaign of education, awareness, and action that focuses on protection of the billions of migratory birds traveling through Texas. Corpus Christi is joining other Texas cities with Lights Out programs. The initiative is asking businesses, neighbors, and governments to turn off non-essential lights during peak bird migration periods, and that would be from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. And by doing so, Corpus Christi will be helping to curb the loss of over 3 billion birds in North America since 1970.
Hey there, happy Tuesday to you. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Lauber, and we've been talking about the fire danger risk for the entire month of March pretty much, and we're definitely going to keep a focus on that today as well as into tomorrow, especially as our winds become very gusty today. Many folks already fatigued by this, so you're wondering, when is this going to come to an end? When do we get some relief from this fire danger? Well, it's not the solution to everything, but I've found our next best chance of rain that could at least help give a little bit of relief when it comes to the very dry conditions we've been dealing with. More on that coming up, but we've got to get you up and out the door first. So here's the view along SPID this morning where we see traffic moving smoothly. You can't tell that it's breezy from this view, but just know if you think it's breezy on the ride out the door, it's going to be a very windy ride as we head back home into this evening. So here's a look at what's going on in your neighborhood. We've got temperatures in the 60s this morning, so that has been giving us a bit of a warmer start out here, but we're going to top out about as warm this afternoon as we have been for the past couple of mornings. So thankfully, as you head out the door, no issues for visibility to say the least. A decent commute for the ride out the door. But how are we looking in the Bluff? We can use the Chris 6 Weather Network to take a closer dive into what's going on in your neighborhood, thanks to our friends over at Tempest. So taking a ride on over to the Bluff right now, some of our neighbors reporting temperatures in those upper 60s. That's the case off Graham Road at our Shell weather station and off Tahiti Drive. But it's also been a breezy start to the morning with peak winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour, 16 being reported off of Graham Road. It is going to get even breezier as we head into this evening as well. So if you're trying to plan a walk out the door with the dog, our start today, Zoe, we're all going to have that frazzly look from those disrespectful wind gusts today, getting stronger than tropical storm strength today. We'll see wind gusts around 45 miles per hour. So as you go for that walk with the dog, we'll look at temperatures warming to around 80 degrees by lunchtime. Those sustained winds already up by 25 miles per hour by then. And into the ride home time frame, that's where we have the strongest winds. So you'll be playing tug of war with that steering wheel a little bit as you go through the morning commute. Now, fire danger is going to be higher because of the drought we've been dealing with, those strong wind gusts and lower relative humidity. So something to keep in mind. A fire weather warning in effect today, starting at noon and going till 8 o'clock tonight. Now, that fire danger will be very high today, extreme into tomorrow. So please continue to do anything that could prevent fires from starting, because these are just the conditions that would make it difficult to extinguish or control. Our next best chance of rain comes on Sunday. It's not a great chance, but it definitely does help, and we'll continue to hope for more rain ahead as we move through the rest of March.
Clear skies and warm weather. Sounds like a typical Corpus Christi spring break, except some say it's the exception, not the rule. I'm Michaela Chavez, your neighborhood news reporter on the South Side. The past couple of years, spring breakers that were hoping to chill outside found themselves chilling because of the cold weather. And now businesses that rely on good weather weren't seeing the numbers they were hoping for this year. Dr. Michael Womack is the executive director at the South Texas Botanical Gardens.
Our busiest time of year starts with spring break.
But this isn't the first time I've spoken with him. In fact, it was exactly 2 years ago under different circumstances.
With the cooler weather we're expecting this weekend, we think our crowds will be lower than normal for this last week of spring break.
Dr. Womack told me they rely on admission sales to help out with day-to-day operations. But there's another factor that's just as important.
Weather makes a huge difference, particularly with the Botanical Gardens being an outdoor attraction. When it's cold or it's wet, which we usually have one of those during spring break, it definitely impacts our bottom line and our visitorship.
He says weather has been a lot better this year compared to others, maybe even too good.
The weather was so pretty, people may have just decided to go to the beach while they could last week.
Attendance at the Botanical Gardens was lower last week compared to previous years, and Womack believes there's one big reason for the drop.
We are seeing a slight decline over last year, but we think that is due to the timing of when all the schools are out. Last year, they were all out that first week. This week, it's spread over two.
He's hoping this week, spring breakers from the Valley and Austin areas, like Valerie Salinas from Mission,
this is her first time,
make up for last week's attendance drop.
We're hoping it will all level out.
Salinas says she came with her nieces and sister.
Just an impromptu trip.
And feels the timing of their trip was perfect.
Not too hot, it's not too windy, it's just the right temperature to be outside and enjoy the beautiful place that is the Nature Center.
Our Chris 6 weather team says you can expect plenty of sun and warmer weather for the rest of the week. And that should warm things up for local businesses. With your neighborhood news on the South Side, I'm Michaela Chavez at Chris 6 Sunrise.
Michaela, thank you so much. March Madness kicks off this week. The first rounds of the men's and women's tournaments get underway this week. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan breaks down the odds of picking a perfect bracket.
It's something that's never been done, according to the NCAA.
picking a perfect bracket. Think you can bust that statistic this year? The odds of picking all 64 games correctly is 1 in, yeah, that's a lot of numbers. 9.2 quintillion. But if you know a little bit about basketball, your odds are better. 1 in 120.2 billion, according to the NCAA. Despite those despicable odds, the NCAA says 60 to 100 million brackets are filled out every year, and typically they're free, so anyone can do it, making it even more fun to participate.
It's the underdogs who will win the games. It's the unknown. It's the pace of the games. It's a action-packed 3 weeks.
Lori Kalani with sports betting website DraftKings says they see a surge in business during March Madness.
It's an extremely busy time of year.
The American Gaming Association estimates Americans will legally wager $3.1 billion on the men's and women's college basketball tournaments this year. That's up from $2.7 billion last year. Sports betting is now legal in 39 states, and it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry and continues to grow.
Certainly the smartphones have made everything more accessible, but with technology have come great opportunities to really play responsibly.
Kalani says DraftKings has tools to help players set limits and budgets on their bets. March is also National Problem Gambling Awareness Month, a reminder to gamble responsibly. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Here's a look at what's trending now. A city in the United States has made a top 10 list for the best food around the world. New Orleans came in at the #1 spot. The global survey was released by Time Out, and more than 18,000 people participated. The Louisiana city is known for its diverse culinary blend of French, Spanish, Vietnamese, and African influences. New Orleans is also where you can get some of the best gumbo, jambalaya, and beignets. Bangkok, Thailand came in at #2, while Medellin, Colombia was #3. Paris came in at #9. I still need to go and visit New Orleans. I keep trying to convince Brian. It's only an 8-hour, 9-hour drive. And he said, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of like the halfway point across the Gulf when you're going between Florida and Texas. So you can choose to bypass the city along I-12. Or you can take I-10 through town, but it's beautiful. We went there for spring break year before last. Highly recommend, but I'm surprised it beat out my hometown. Miami has so much culture and different kinds of foods, and they're all good. But hey, you know what? Can't hate. We didn't make the top of the list, but.
Wherever they have the best steak, that's what I want to know.
Oh, well, then you're right here in Texas. That's my opinion.
Agreed. Or homemade. You know, I do like those homemade steaks.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? A lot of folks want to light up the barbecue at spring break, and it's not the right weather for that because our fire danger has been so high. And a lot of folks are saying, when are we going to find some relief? There's hope on the horizon. There's always a silver lining, right? So let's talk about it in the forecast. First, we got to get you up and out the door. So conditions are looking pretty typical for the morning hour. It's dark. It's warm, but it's also very windy, and you can't see that from our camera along SPID. But just know, for the ride out the door, it'll be breezy. For the ride home, it's going to be a very windy ride. You'll be playing tug of war with that steering wheel. Just a forewarning. And for my long-haired friends, might be worth to just tie it up today. But it's warm out there, too. Temperatures in the 60s for the large part across most of our neighborhoods, and winds coming from the south are to thank for that. But we've also got, they could use a little more humidity. We're not seeing any visibility issues because we've got a breeze, but we also don't have a whole lot of moisture. There's more today than there was yesterday, and that will be noticeable, but we could use a lot more moisture. So if you're heading out the door with the pup, maybe taking a dog walk this morning, here's what you need to know hour by hour. Our temperatures are going to be on the rise to about 80 degrees by lunchtime. So pups like Zoe here, especially the longer-haired pups and the floppy ears, that is going to be waving in the wind today. Sustained winds around 25, 30 miles per hour during the early afternoon. So it's going to be a very breezy day. Dare I say disrespectful winds, because today's my trash day. If it's yours, take those bins in as soon as they come to pick them up, because this evening, if you wait till you get home, we'll have wind gusts around 45, maybe even 50 miles per hour. You'll be chasing those bins down the street. All right, let's talk about the fire danger. That's not everybody's favorite part of the forecast, but we're going to have very dry conditions, low relative humidity. very strong wind gusts, as I just mentioned, and we still have drought conditions across the coastal bend that are just getting worse because we haven't had any rainfall during the month of March. So it's no surprise that we have a fire weather warning or red flag warning that'll take effect at noon and go until 8 o'clock tonight for all the coastal bend here shaded in pink. Our fire danger today is a 4 out of 5, very high. Tomorrow, it's going to top the charts. 5 out of 5 shown here in the bright red for most of the coastal bend. So we need to continue doing what we can to prevent fires. It gets worse before it gets better. We'll see improvements on Thursday, at least in some small part, but I think I found our next best chance of rain. So I think that'll come over the weekend. It's not a very good chance, but it is a chance as we go through Sunday into Monday. I know it's hard to see the days of the week here, but going into Sunday, we'll have a chance of isolated showers, likely a rumble of thunder. Depends on how much moisture comes back over the weekend. That's where we'll see some better chances for rain. At this point, it's hard to say who is more likely to get the rain, but at least we have some to put on the 7-day forecast. I don't remember the last time I put a little thunderstorm icon here, so something to get excited about, but we still need to be careful outside.
Yeah, absolutely. We so need it. So we got to get that rain dance on pretty early, right?
Oh, yes. And if you're going to be out and about, make sure you wear the SPF 30 or better because that UV index is also unfriendly out there.
That's always a good tip. And we always want to remind people, stay hydrated.
Oh, yes. yes. Very true.
Well, thank you so much, Steph. And folks, as always, thank you so much for joining us on Chris 6 Sunrise. We hope you tune in later this afternoon for more news from your neighborhood. We'll see you
Tuesday.